Okay, doing a little pre-show here. Hopefully we're going to be, not hopefully, but I'm sure in about 5 or 10 minutes, I'll be getting the link from Paul Richards at PTZ Optics to join him for the PTZ Optics Friday show. There's a vMix 19 pre-release, or not pre-release, but release party. It was released this morning about 2 o'clock my time. I am in Central Time, USA. And so I thought we'd just sort of stream our own little pre-show here. Excuse me. And I've got my lemonade. And for those of you that wonder, say, how is that guy so darn smart? Yeah, like you're wondering that all the time, I'm sure. But that's because I use Smarties. Yeah, Smarties, favorite candy in the whole world. So lemonade and Smarties, that's the secret to my success. So, if you're joining us on YouTube, join us on Facebook. We might just stream the whole show parallel. We'll see. It'll be kind of fun. So we'll see. Let's see. Somebody posted. Are we getting posts right here on this? No. Yeah, that's on something else. We're following Facebook here today and see what's going on. Yeah, there we go. Hey, and Ken Davis is watching from California. Hey, Ken, how are you, my friend? Good to see you watching. Thank you very much. Do I look really that bad? I do. Oh well, that's the way it goes. So let's see what else is going on in the world here. Just hanging around waiting for the code. You know. Oh, here's the code. Here is the code. Where is the code? Oh, it's right there. All right, so let's cut and paste the code, and we'll open a vMix call window and put myself in it, and we'll do a video call to video call password, and this will be Tom Sinclair. Oops. Sinclair. Return feed to the host. Let's go for 1080 and see what happens. Can't hurt. So we're on the call. Okay. So let's, can we reply to this email and say, I'm on the call with you now. Send. All right. So we're on the call with him now. And Mike, am I simulcasting? Well, we'll see. Maybe. This is going to be interesting. You know, I've never done this. Well, of course, vMix Call has only been available for what? You know, a couple of weeks. Officially, 10 hours. Not even 10 hours. What time is it? It's 12:25 here and was released about 2. So that's like 8 hours, 8.5 hours. Yeah. Craziness. I got to get my chair right here. It has a tendency. It's one of those pneumatic types, but I think it loses air. And I got to figure out how to quiet this Facebook thing down. All right, there we go. There we go. So Tess, are you watching? Why am I not connecting with you guys? Tell me. I have no connection. Audio is fine. Thank you, Mike. See, this is one of those things, this is why I like one chat, one way to communicate. I'm just not that multitasker. I'm looking at the Eastern Shore Broadcasting.com chat site, and Mike L says audio is fine, Tom, and NJ Pool Player says hi everyone, welcome. So we got you guys in chat, and then there's some folks like Blake Turner is over there on the Facebook page, and they can't see me. Well, let's see why they can't see me. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Sending our reply to initiate the call. Okay, let's reconnect. Let's try that. So this is don't let the background fool you. This is a behind the scenes kind of pre-show kind of look. Tess says they're trying to troubleshoot. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to lower the bit rate that I'm going to send you and see if maybe that doesn't help. Try to reconnect here. Call disconnected. Okay. Well, Blake Turner's watching on his mobile phone. Chatwing isn't overly friendly, he says on his phone. We'll try it on his iPad now. Blake, I appreciate the extra effort. Let's drop the bit rate down really low to 500 and see if we can reconnect at that. And no. I tell you what, guys, Tess, if you're listening, what you may want to try is to close that input and send me another one. Let's see. Oh, I just got a notice from Credit Karma that my credit report has changed. I guess that could be a good thing. Paul says in an email, I can't see you. Okay, well, that's because we're not connecting. Let's see. I guess we could connect through a browser. We could try that. Oh, Tess says got it. So you guys going to send me a different, a new code? I mean, now, folks, I'm talking with you, and up in Pennsylvania, PTZ Optics is working to get me on their call because they've got vMix running on their PC. And they're going to bring me in via vMix call. And they were being rightfully judicious and saying we're going to wait to use vMix 19 when vMix 19 is released. Well, it was released at 2 o'clock this morning Central Time, or maybe 1 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Eastern. Anyway, it was the middle of the night, and so so we haven't used it together with them yet. So we'll see. Let's see if we can try to reconnect on that one, if that'll work. Nope. That didn't work either. So we'll wait and see if they drew. I would suggest closing out that that vMix call input and doing another one, and then sending me a new passcode. Yeah, send me a new passcode. And there's a notice that I'm going to be on PTZ Optics today. I guess I ought to turn the phone down a little bit. Again, folks, this is back scenes, behind the scenes, not attempting to be a polished project. Here we go. He sent me a new one here. So let's cut and paste that one. I can't tell you what it is because, then you would steal my call. Although I think they've done something to prevent that. Let's see. All right, password. And this is going to be Tom Sinclair. That's me. We'll connect kind of low, and we'll work up from there. So let's see if that connects. And I'll bring up call manager. And the call is connecting. Hey, hey. Okay. All right. Paul, are you there?
There you are.
Yay!
All right. And Tess. Well done.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Oh,
I'm
I
here.
hear you. I'm going to turn off my volume now. Oh, no, we're on your show.
Yeah. Or am I on
Why
your
was I
show?
hearing- Oh, there we go.
Am I on your show, or are you on my show? Or
At this point in
What's-
time, we're on your show.
I mean, we are cutting edge here, folks. So
This
let's
is-
see.
This
I'm
is the
gonna
real deal right now.
We're having fun today. It's Friday. You know, all bets are off. Paul
Exactly.
was up until 2:00 this morning waiting for vMix to release 19. I know he was.
I don't
Yes.
doubt that.
Okay, so let's see. What are we going to do here? Oh, look at you guys. You guys got some cool stuff. Where did you get that Mammoth PC? Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Tom, I was wondering, can you give me complete green on your background so I can try to put us into a double screen?
I can do that.
We're getting real
How's
tricky
that?
today.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to try to put us together in a single green screen.
Okay.
So I guess what I'll do is I'll create a virtual of you.
These
One
balloons.
thing I notice is every time I go off your, every time I need to keep your audio like permanently on. How would I do that?
Go into the audio mixer, find the input that is for my vMix call, and
Yes.
and press the little button that has the two arrows going that way,
Ah,
and turn that
thank
off.
You, Tom, you are the vMix expert.
Well,
That's
I
it.
mean, Paul, an expert is somebody that knows one thing you don't know. I mean, that's
Well, it still turned you off.
it still turned me off. Well, press the little sound button underneath it. And the arrow button is the follow button, so that will turn my audio on only when I'm in output. And then the little speaker icon underneath it is what you will need to keep me on all the time. Okay, so we can get rid of that window.
Color key, no, do not use
We can
source
get
settings.
rid
There we
of
go. All
That
right.
window.
Let me get in on Tom's chat room.
So Mike Latta says that he can hear you guys perfectly.
Oh, good. Mike is watching you
Oh,
right
this
now.
is going to be funny. This is going to
And
be
NJ
really
Pool
funny.
Player says, you guys are way out of my league. Okay, so I need to do something different so I can send folks the stream of what your show is going to do. Now, how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? I know how I'm going to do that. Let's turn on that. And then let's come over here and see if we can add an input.
I feel like we might as well start our pre-show.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I can start it now.
Apparently, we sound good. We have a guest today that has really good equipment and microphone and so on and so forth. So we're sure to not get any complaints on that.
Okay, let's try that one.
Mike says that I'm the second lady ever in Tom's chat room.
Okay, so if you're watching on the Eastern Shore Broadcasting Streaming Idiots feed, what I'm sending you is my my multi-view, so you get the real behind-the-scenes look. And that looks like, okay, so you're going to see in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see my output, which is what I'm sending Paul and Tess. And then in the top left-hand corner, you're going to see my preview, which is what they're sending me, which is their show
Isn't
output.
there an easy button?
Oh,
Right there.
the easy button.
Hey, I can't hear. Oh, there he is. I couldn't hear him for a while.
Yeah, I know. I to tell you, this little button is not staying on. But it's okay. I think I'll be all right. Talent.
I'm going to be real quiet. They'll think my audio is gone away.
There we go, Tom.
Ah!
Okay, it's close.
Oh my goodness, this is too cool. Look at this. All right, just a little
I
sizing,
love it.
a little
I love it.
Is that okay?
I think you need a little. I don't know.
He's a little too close.
You guys are real cuddly.
I know. I wanted to make him close.
Aww.
Oh, I'm out of the screen. Oh well.
All right. So, do you want to zoom out a little bit so you have a little bit more like space between your left and right, or is that okay?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Do I want to zoom out a little bit?
So that you got a little bit more space left to right.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the left hand that I've got cut off. I can move over a little bit. How about that?
We're getting a lot of an echo.
I still can't get behind you, Paul. That's what I was going to do, bunny ears, but that's kind of my thing.
Oh, you can't reach far enough.
You can't reach far
Actually,
enough.
so this is looking. How does that look? Is that looking good?
You need to make me a little smaller.
Just a little smaller?
Just a little smaller. Yep. Actually, for your set, we both need to be smaller because we're like giants on your set. It's all a perspective kind of thing. Okay, we can turn that
So we'll
off.
make them both smaller.
And let's see. There's an echo. It's back. Daniel Wright says the easy button is invisible. I love it. Oh, that's great. Okay.
Echo went away now.
Yay. Way to go, Mike L. and Tess.
Oh my goodness, we forgot to pull up the comment for Huddle Cam.
No, we never did. Yeah.
Oh, Mike thought it was
So
going to
now
be
we're
a special
now
shout
we're
out
looking
there.
pretty good, Tom. You like
Forgot.
that shot?
Now, Mike says the echo's back. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. And in a perfect world, you and I would be a little bit higher, and we probably would go from the, just slightly above the belt up in the set that you've got. But that's all right.
Upgrading to 19 actually, everything's working, but some of the stuff I had in my old preset are not in the same places they used to be.
Really? That's interesting.
It's throwing me off a little bit, but I'm okay.
Okay. So you are coming from the Tom Sinclair school of how to do a broadcast, which is to upgrade the day of the broadcast.
I know.
I love it. I love it.
Well, how was I supposed to? I wanted to upgrade the right way. I didn't want to do a beta.
Oh, no, but the betas, I mean, a vMix beta is like a finished release from somebody else. And by the time they finally release it, it's been so bulletproof tested, it's not even funny. Okay,
So
now
you like
Tess,
that, Tom? So we're down a little further.
Tess, do you recognize these?
I can't tell what that is from far away. Give me a close-up of him.
That's as close as I can get.
Smarties?
Yes! Yes!
I
The
love
world's best
Smarties.
Okay, I can tell. All right, Paul, I'm gonna send you a better video.
Background?
No, me. So let's see if that makes me a little clearer.
Okay.
I just bumped it up from 360 to 720.
I had to pull the balloons like by my head, Paul, because they weren't showing in the picture.
Let's go a little closer here. So these are our shots. So this will be our kind of our normal shot that gets everybody.
What is going on? Why can't I find our link for today's show on our channel?
I can send it to you.
This is so weird. I've been playing around with it. I'm just going to go in my own email.
Okay, so this is going to be like our main shot. And then at a certain point, we'll hit this button. And I'm going to do some quick slides.
This is going to be fun.
Which all should be good to go.
What is he doing? It looks like he's coming into my,
We're going to adjust.
Oh, sorry, I was adjusting something on another computer.
No, that's funny.
And then this over here is how I was thinking the majority of the show would be,
Gotcha.
where we would just like go through that. Like, like that's where the sidebar would be over there. And we would
Okay,
all-
I'm
would have all
in
of
the
us.
chat.
So That's this preset here. And we'll just move it over just a little less. Something like that, maybe?
Paul's volume is low.
Could you turn me up then on the...
Yeah.
Test, test, test. Oh, yeah. I am plugged in. All right. All right.
All right.
This is the lower third.
Microphone's going to
Keep on
sound wonky for a second.
3. And we have this really cool vMix party. Oh, there it is. Those are real balloons, by the way, Tom, for the party.
Only the best.
So, I don't know why, Tom. Every once in a while, your audio turns off, and I've got that toggle mixer thing off.
It's Tess doing it.
Is there any other way? Yeah, I know it is. Testing, testing. It seems a little... Yeah, that seems good. That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
19 minutes. Tom, I'll show you a quick... I created a little, like, ridiculously overkill video for our Beast PC.
Mm.
I think there might even be music on this, too. Oh, Tess, we were supposed to show the chat room on... Oh, gosh, where's that chat room overlay thing that you made?
It was so cute. You have to pull it
what's
in.
it called?
It's in subscribers, where I all my
Okay.
live show stuff.
Oh, I hear you, Jack Russell, back there.
We
Yeah, that's
should totally
probably
bring the dog in
FedEx
for the
bringing a
show.
bunch of PTZ optics cameras.
Did you find
Yeah, you're
it?
probably right.
You found it.
Okay, here's that. Add web browser. Did you add all the email people to the email test
Yes.
for the people with the
Do you
giveaway?
know
and
me?
everything? Of course.
Okay, we're going to mute them for just a second so that they don't... this is just for the Streaming Idiots feed. I think I found that the echo was on my part, so we've got that right. If you're watching on Streaming Idiots and you want to get in on all the comments, you're going to need to go to the YouTube page. Yeah. And this is going to be, is that the same one Tommy posted? Yeah, that's the same one Tommy posted. So if you guys go there, you can keep up on the chat that's going on, because that's going to be the official chat. All right, let's turn them back on.
Audio is good now. Better on Paul's mic. I'm liking it. Like
Okay,
a
so
team.
Tess, here's your little chat room bubble. I'm gonna move it around. I'm gonna try to fix it, but
The balloons are just floating around in it.
oh my god,
I love it.
it still needs a little work, but it's getting there. Okay,
Hello from Atlanta, Georgia.
there we go. All right, so the chat room's got some balloons on it. I hope you guys don't mind.
Tom, you're
Seth
in
is
Alabama?
here. Hi, Seth.
I am.
TOV Sports is here. Tom Willis, Dave Edwards,
I wanna live in
TOV
Alabama.
Sport, Merle Dixon, Tom Willis. Thank you all for joining. This should be a fun show. So, what other fun stuff do we have, Tom, for the show? We've got
got a
this layout
giveaway.
here, so our 3-person layout. And I have a PowerPoint that goes over the PC you built us.
What are you just going to leave me
Um,
on green in this shot?
I mean, I could. You know what you could do is if you wanted to, you could switch when you go to when we go to that swap. Maybe you could switch it to take a little of the workload off me. You know.
Well, it's all about taking the workload off you, Paul. Not a
PTZ
problem.
Optics will be at
Oops.
NAB.
So when we go to that shot, you can go ahead and switch. Oh, and Tom, we're definitely going to take you into the lightning round. You know what I mean? So we're going to take you into the lightning round.
All right, you got to center me in
at a
that
point.
frame. On the lightning round frame, you got to get me in the center.
Okay, I'm going to do it. All right,
So
we
go
got
back
time.
there and
I can
switch
do
me
that.
up.
All right.
Here we go. And you got Tess hidden. I mean, she's the best one.
Tess is a little.
She's the best looking one on this show. She's the one that doesn't need to be hidden.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
thank
right.
you
No,
for that.
I have to Well, Tess has a remote control. She's got a pan tilt zoom camera. She can unhide herself if she wants.
No, it's just
oh,
a chat.
Oh, the chat room. Oh, I see. Yeah, the chat room. Yeah,
I'm
the
getting a
chat room.
super glare
Whoop.
from something on my glasses. The big dork.
And this maybe I could just make a little bigger. I
I'm
like
picking up
that
my
there's
mic.
10 overlays now, but it's almost like overkill. Like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how the heck you manage that over there. I'll take, if we want to do double
I mean, I'll take
keyboards,
it. but-
I can help you.
There is another keyboard.
I have
Somewhere.
one.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay.
Am I standing? Am I sitting? What am I doing? All right, back to my people.
There we go. All right. So this is a real balloon. We got balloons for the party. All right. So Tom, when we're here, we go to green, right? So it should be pretty straightforward. And then when we go to the other one,
Okay. Let me
I think we're
find-
going to spend most of the show in this shot, if we can.
Okay.
Tess, tell Paul that Tom and Paul are floating at the desk shot.
We're floating at the desk shot. I thought, are we really? What should we do? Should we go up? Should we go down?
Sandproof says overlay kill.
Yes. We have actually been accused
Instead of overkill. overlay kill.
of being too much. I've been told that before.
We get a little out of hand sometimes, I will admit.
So what should we do? Go down like that? I thought it kind of looked cool like that because there's a reflection. You see? See the reflections?
Yeah, it's supposed to make it look like the desk
There's
is
supposed to be
receiving reflection
There's
from the
reflections
windows.
there. I think that works for you too, Tom. You have a little
Merle says down a little.
down a little. Okay.
We have to go with the viewer's preference, I guess, right?
Yeah. No, I know. It's good that they're telling us that. I
Yeah.
thought
To
there
heck
was
with
we
the
love
viewers.
getting the input.
The viewers don't know what they're talking about. You got to insult them. It makes them feel loved.
Is that why you have so much followers? They just love being insulted?
Yeah. I tell them the truth. Like
Also,
Tommy
I'm also
Willis.
noticing-
Tommy
oh, there we
Willis
go.
is just gee whiz. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks okay. 12 minutes. Some light. Okay. And then, so for this shot, it's okay to have the chat room there. And for this shot, it's okay to have the chat room there.
This tells us the lag. Everyone's responding to Tom's comment about insulting the viewers now.
Oh, gosh.
Mixed
Well,
nuts
that's
in the
Ken.
house.
Ken
What
was
does
on the
that
show
mean?
2 days ago. Ken Richard. And Ken works for a candy company. Get out. I love it. I'd be like this.
Ooh. Is that where you got the Smarties?
No, but get this. His company makes dum-dums.
Really?
I love it.
I have Dum Dums on deck 24/7. Actually, my father-in-law does because he always gives them to the kids.
That is fun.
All right, in the Eastern Shore Broadcasting chat, a pool player says that we're better off putting Tess up there 3 times and getting rid of the other guys.
Wow, you guys are flattering me today.
All right, a note to the folks in the Eastern Shore Broadcasting chat room, come on over to the PTZ Optics YouTube page and get in on the chat there. I mean, some people might see your chats at Eastern Shore Broadcasting, but everybody's going to see your chats on the YouTube page. So come on over there, and I'll put another link in the chat room so that you guys can come over and watch it directly. There. Come on. You can see Tess in all her glory.
Oh, that's what I wanted to do, Tom. Now I remember. I wanted to create a little video clip of of the vMix itself, and we could show like exactly how I pulled you in.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do that
Okay.
because we have time.
So do you guys watch
For
the
a
Greg
million dum-dums
the
a
Greg
day.
Gutfeld show?
No.
Oh.
Tess just looks just like Kat on that show. It's amazing.
Really? I'll have to look her up.
You will. She is very smart, and
Aw.
and has a great sense of humor.
And here I didn't think that Tom liked the new PTZ Optics social media manager.
Tess, you got to insult people. That's the way you get them. You get their attention. Did I
Now
get your
I
attention?
understand.
I got your attention.
You got my attention. I know who you are now.
That's right. That's right. It's like, who is this jerk? Golly. What is he talking about?
I already knew who you were before because
Oh.
Paul had told me nice things about you.
Yeah. Well, you know, with Paul, you got to discount everything he says by at least 50%. Only about
Well,
half
that's
of
not
it's
fair.
true.
I'm in marketing. I have to make it sound at least twice as good.
That's not fair. I'm in marketing. I love that. I got to remember that quote. That's precious. That is precious.
So, Tom, I did just a quick. I'm recording via Zoom. Look, it says you can do 1080p now
Yeah, you want me to send you 1080p?
on the call. I don't know. I mean, 720p is working so well. Sometimes
Well,
I don't know if we should push it.
Let's just push it and see what happens. It
So
should be.
you're controlling what you're sending?
Yeah.
Philip, we do have a giveaway today. I will
Because
put
it
the
says
link.
I'm getting the option
in the
here.
chat.
Okay, so if I hit 1080p, boom. Wow. I didn't know
There's
they
still
did that. I
time to
guess a
sign
lot
up.
of people were asking
Now,
for it.
you sent me back 1080p. So I'm sending
when
you
I did that.
1080p,
I see.
and you're sending me 1080p. You look absolutely fabulous.
I'm going to leave it at 720. I mean, you built the PC. I know
Oh.
it can handle it, but I just want to be careful.
It's a
Something that I
bandwidth
never
issue.
thought about. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead.
I'm like blowing up in the chat over here. Sam Proof commented and said PTZ, Paul, Tess, and then what would
And
Z
then
stand for?
Z would stand for Zoom or I
Zoom
don't know.
or I don't know.
Actually, I
I
was
never thought
having
of
a
that.
conversation with the CEO of Zoom yesterday. And, oh my God.
We are using vMix
Crazy.
call right now.
We are using vMix Call, and we got the proof now. In fact, I'm going to make this the vMix Call. So that way I have a little... I don't like to do... You know what happens, Tom, when you do a window capture during a live show. It gets all funky. So I just did a quick capture.
Giveaway South Africa. What's your input on that, Paul?
Paul, look,
We have to... What was that?
no, Mark Orenstein from Simsbury Community TV is in the chat room today.
Oh. Thank you for finding a pretty bad typo in our manual.
Oh, no.
That
was
was a
Mark.
little embarrassing. I was like, what is this? I was like, this can't be right. And I swear they went through it like a million times. I can't believe that got left out.
It wasn't a typo. It was just wrong.
Pretty cool that we have viewers.
Yeah,
from
you're
South
right, actually.
Africa.
That's not even a typo. Okay. So now I have this vMix call. So it's now I can kind of show this. This is basically, we'll figure out a way to show this full screen, but this is like the vMix setup behind the scenes. And there's Tom in there in his vMix call right where he should be, and everything's working, Tom. I was scared of this. I was like, Zoom is working so well. Why rock the boat? But I think you're right.
It's so easy. It's so easy. And it does
Yeah,
away with all
it's
the
true.
virtual audio cables and all of that stuff. Oh, yeah.
I am just worried about losing your audio from time to time. I have the little toggle thing off.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to go into the general and also turn it off, all the automatic stuff there too. Maybe that's what's doing it.
I don't know. I don't know what you done.
Maybe that's what it is, because when you double click the input and in there it says automatically play with transition, I think you also have to turn that off. And now I think no matter what I do, you're on. Okay. All right, good.
Are we adding countries for the giveaway, or
If
are we
you
not
want,
able
if you
to?
want to, go ahead. You just have to go into
Mm-hmm.
Gleam.io and log in there, and we can go. I'm okay with it today because it's just bandwidth.
Okay.
As long as it's not something we have to ship somewhere, you can make it open to all, any and all countries. All right, I'm pretty happy, guys. I'm gonna get a glass of water real quick. You guys feel free to chill. Do you need anything, Tess?
No, thanks. Oh, you could refill mine up.
Okay, I'll
That
fill up
would
your
be
water
nice.
too.
Thank you.
And I'll be right back.
Okay, quick message to Blake. I'm going to open the giveaway up to South Africa, and there's still time to sign up. So you can go ahead and click the link I put in the chat and sign up. Should be good to go now. We were limiting it to just certain countries. I don't even know why, but now it seems like we're opening it up to everyone.
Oh, look at this.
Okay.
Prashana is watching from Nepal. And
It is just amazing to me.
It's like 1 in the morning in Nepal. Actually, it's like 1:30 in the morning in Nepal because they have one of those weird time zones that's off by a half hour instead of by a full hour.
I wonder what time it is in China. We have 2 of our guys in China. Matt Davis is in China.
Oh, yeah. Well, it
So
depends
I
on
wonder if
where
they're
in
watching.
China.
It's probably the middle of the night or something. Well,
It could be
True.
5 or 6
Very
different
true.
time zones there. Tommy House, come
I
on
actually
over to
forget it.
PTZ Optics YouTube page. There's a link in the chat. You can get it on the chat over there. Yeah, we're doing a sort of a simulcast today.
I think it's fun, and the viewers are seeming to enjoy it.
Yeah, Curtis, I know it looks like I'm floating above the desk, but that's actually the reflective surface of the desktop. But unfortunately, it doesn't show my reflection.
China, it's 2 a.m.
Social
Matt's definitely
sharing.
sleeping.
China is 2
Let's just
a.m.
make
Thank you,
sure.
Prashana. All right. 12 hours difference, says Troy. In Nepal, it's 11:45 right now. How about that?
Wow.
And Thomas Hendricks is here. All right.
See a lot of familiar names. We have a lot of the same regulars, it looks like.
Tess, do you
It's our
guys
own little community.
can you see the full
Sorry.
list of everybody that's watching?
No. I can only see who is in the chat.
So you only see who chats or who
Unless
is
there's
in
a
the
way
chat?
to do it. I only see who's chatting right now. I only see
Okay.
the comments.
Okay. So you could have 5 million
Do you-
people watching, and if only 5 people are chatting, you'd only know who those specific 5 people were.
Who they are, yes. Afterwards, we can get demographics
Mm-hmm.
of the type of people that are watching, and I can
Mhm.
see a number of how many people are watching. We have 56 viewers right now,
Cool.
and that's before the show even started. I'm really happy.
And I've got 21 people in my chat.
That is nice
but
that
I'm
you
not
can
sure.
see the full chat over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, guys.
YouTube will catch up. Oh, I
That's
didn't
the
get the
way to do
water.
it.
Oh no, how much time? 1 minute?
Is Paul wearing blue jeans? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm wearing jeans too. It's Blue Jean Friday. And I'm shoeless. And you just saw that. Wow, I'm just realizing that.
Oh my goodness.
I get
TMI.
comfortable for these streams. I stand most of the time. Things are getting crazy here. Bring it.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's a neat effect. Paul, have you got two?
Right.
Have you got 2 images of me up there?
Oh, wow.
No.
Put your hand behind
Do
me.
I?
Thank you, Troy. I didn't know that.
More further.
I don't think I can.
Further. Further.
Thank
Further.
you. No.
Oh, I see you. You're overlapping me. Okay, I got it. So that's
I'm
the end of your
overlapping you,
screen.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought possibly just because like the balloon and everything, that way it would kind of,
Shoot.
I don't know, go over
So,
you.
so the balloon will. Okay. The balloon will go over me. Yes, it will. Sam says shoeless Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Well, you guys are down there.
You
I'm
guys
gonna be
did-
in Florida. I'll be shoeless soon. Just you wait.
The weather's
You
beautiful.
didn't just see, I just showed them my feet pretty much.
Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
It's fine, good.
These
All right,
are
guys,
parallel
you ready for the show?
conversations.
Here we
Okay,
go.
You're watching PTZ Optics Live, a 1080p broadcast available exclusively on YouTube Live every Friday, streaming at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Broadcast quality made affordable. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an extremely special, it's not even a show, it's a party. We have Tom Sinclair here. How you doing, Tom?
It's always a party. It's always a party.
Tess, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Happy it's Friday. Happy to be here.
We got the balloons, the party balloons. We've got everything. And why are we having such a big party? It's the vMix 19 release party. Oh, yeah.
Raise the roof.
So, as we do every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, we live stream directly to YouTube. So if you are on the YouTube chat room, thank you so much for being here. Hit the like button and you're helping us donate to charity. Every week we donate to the Susquehanna Valley Casa, who helps children in need who are in the court system get adoptions. And just last year we were able to donate enough money to have a full-time caseworker help up to 5 to 7 children get adoptions, which is really great. So thank you so much for helping us there. These are little balloons there because everything is party themed today. Just a recap of the month, we had Stephen Haywood from the Tech Buzz. We had a USDA DLT grant meeting for those of you in the education and healthcare space. We talked to Easy Live, the first ever video production system in the cloud last week. Today we've got Tom Sinclair, the original streaming idiot. And next week we have Mario Armstrong, who is creating the world's first, well, I guess not the first live streaming system, but you'll see next week. Anyway, this week the giveaway, if you go to ptzoptics.com/giveaway, is 5 terabytes of bandwidth for 12 months. Is that a lot of bandwidth, Tom?
Nah, you can go through that in a couple days.
Really?
No, I'm just teasing. I'm
What?
teasing.
No, and we're going to
Funny
talk a
one,
little
you.
bit about Decast. I know, Tom, you've used Decast quite a bit, and it does some really great things. It for really professional live streaming, you can do quite a bit. Next week, we're giving away a vMix Pro license. We should have done it today, but
Things
honestly,
worked out for
I
me
had
there.
no idea that vMix was going to make today the vMix party. I had no idea. No
They made today the
idea.
vMix party.
So
Well, that
today
just-
is the vMix party.
That just means everybody has to tune in again next week.
Yeah, I guess it
Yes.
doesn't hurt too bad. We're gonna have some party favors. So one thing we're gonna give you guys is
I love that.
we have some party favors. So we're gonna give you guys, everyone watching is gonna get all of the PTZ Optics virtual sets in the chat room. I'm gonna give you the Dropbox link. They're worth $100. They come free with every PTZ Optics camera. So some of our customers out there probably already have them. But that's one party favor. And then the other party favor is these balloons. We made some really nice 1080p green screen footage that, who knows, maybe you could use it for your next vMix party. And that's about it. We have a Facebook user group for those of you who are in, or PTZ Optics users. You might be interested in that. And then, Tom, I always ask this question. I'd love to ask you, before we take you into the lightning round, where are we in this streaming adoption world, this bell curve here I know we've talked about before? Where are we?
Excuse me. In my opinion, we are entering the beginning of the third phase,
The early majority.
the early majority. Yep.
Wow.
That's good for us.
And this
That
bell
is a
curve may
very
be a
nice
lot
place to
taller
be.
than your diagram.
I totally agree.
Well, I don't know if we can make space for how tall it may be.
Right.
But Tom, every week we start off with a lightning round where I could just ask you some questions just to get to know you a little better. Totally off the live streaming topic. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. All right. So, Tom, coffee or tea?
Lemonade.
Lemonade. Hey, you don't have to answer. You can answer these however you want. iPhone or Android?
Android.
Mac or PC?
PC.
There you go. Okay, what's your favorite book?
The Bible.
Oh, you're too good. You're such a good boy. What is your favorite movie?
I'm not a good boy. That's why I need the Bible.
It's all making sense now.
My favorite movie, oh, golly. You know, there is that one with Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro called The Intern. That is
Yes.
just,
I haven't seen that yet.
funny.
oh, it's a tearjerker. But it's a really
gonna have to make
happy,
my husband watch
upbeat
that then.
movie. Yeah, it's not a chick flick, I don't think. I think
Okay.
it's very inspiring about the difference that one person can make in a business organization. Yeah.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Still, one question I have to ask you, Tom. If you could
Yes.
go back into history to watch 24 hours of history unfold, anywhere, anytime, when and where would you go?
I would go to Australia yesterday and watch Martin and Tim get ready to release vMix 19.
Oh, that's too good.
Did you give him the questions beforehand?
No, he actually answered that
You
completely
crushed the lightning
himself.
round.
Yes, he gave
Oh,
me the
he's
questions
got the-
before.
I did. All right, fine. I did. I gave him the
Okay,
questions.
all right.
Normally, I do that from time to time. You know, it just.
If
I'm
you really
so
like the
old.
guy.
Be
He knew
nice.
he had to give me the answers in advance, in writing.
He was all written down.
So, as you know, Tom, we've got 8 questions here, 8 topics, 60 seconds each to keep us on our 20-minute time frame. And the first thing I want to ask you are, who are all these streaming idiots?
The idea behind Streaming Idiots is let's take the pressure off. None of us are going to be perfect. We're all going to make mistakes. And so let's all make mistakes together and learn from our shared mistakes. And I get to be the one out in front saying, everybody gets to see all my mistakes. I'll make them so that you don't have to. That's who the Streaming Idiots are. The folks that watch our Wednesday afternoon talk show, 2 o'clock Eastern, streamingidiots.com.
So we're streaming idiots.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, you
pretty
are.
much, yeah.
Oh, you are. And Tess, you're even a bigger one than Paul. Well, actually, I don't know. It's pretty
I
pretty
know.
close.
I'm
It's
a
pretty
rookie,
close.
so
Yeah, that's right. We're bringing out a new program called
too much.
Live Streaming Rookies, so we'll get you in that one.
really, that sounds perfect
Yes.
for me.
Yes.
That is a good one. And Tom, this is proof that my inputs are a little off. I think because basically vMix doubled the amount of inputs. We'll talk about that later, but my little timer's not working because now it is. I just put it in the one before. What is vMix call and how are we using it? I have a little footage here to show that we're using it live right now. What the heck is it?
vMix Call is the most fun that you can have on a computer, and I'm not lying because I've seen it all. vMix Call is going to take the place of Skype and Zoom and QuickLink TX and NewTek TalkShow 100 because it's going to allow anybody with an inexpensive piece of software like vMix to bring in a remote guest from anywhere in the world and automatically handle all of the audio nightmares that you have from doing that. It automatically does mix minus. It automatically sets up full duplex, so that means no ducking in the conversation. And it brings 1080p directly in from the guest and has the opportunity, as Paul showed a few minutes ago, to send the guest back a 1080p feed so they can see how good things look. vMix Call is a game changer.
It certainly is. And the cool thing is, that's not the only thing vMix 19 added. What else was there in there?
Well, I give up.
Well, vMix 19 also included the ability to have up to 10 overlays, which was one of the things that I was very excited about. Although it kind of, if you have old presets that you're using in vMix, keep in mind that when you use them in vMix 19, they're going to get all rearranged. That's fine. But it's basically, you can have 10 overlays on a single layer. What the heck?
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy.
can. Yeah, you can.
They also introduced reference well, not reference systems, but safe layers, safe zones.
Safe zones, yeah. So if you're concerned that the screen may overlap or eat up some of your margins, you now have safe zones, and it sets it up in thirds. And the folks that are coming from a TV background will appreciate that. The idiots like me that don't come from a broadcasting background are like, what's safety zones? I don't care about that stuff. I just want to be on the screen and look good. Yep.
So vMix has done some interesting things with these reference systems, and they're basically live streaming systems that they're kind of recommending. Can you kind of explain what they're doing here?
Yes. vMix has a certain sweet spot when it comes to hardware. And so what they've done is they've opened up their book of secrets, and they've said, this is the sweet spot for vMix with hardware, depending on the number of capture inputs you want to get and the amount of portability you get. And so you see there the Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire lines. Here with Eastern Shore Broadcasting, we've actually brought out our own branded line of PCs that meet or exceed these specs. It's called live streaming gear.
Yes, I've got a topic on there for you on that one.
Okay,
So I want to
we'll get to that.
specifically definitely go into that.
We'll get to that. But one more thing. You got to remember, specifications like this are the lowest standard. They're not the highest standard. They're saying, this is the basics. If you fall below this, it's not going to work. But you can go above it, and it gets even better.
I know, it's incredible. And when with the power of live streaming and broadcasting, I've talked to so many people who are like, I don't care. It's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Give me the latest and greatest everything. The value that you get from live streaming to your customers is so great that the budget sometimes isn't really that important. I want to show our custom PC because we kind of fell into that category, Tom, where we were like, give us everything you can, future-proof it times 20, and I have a little video to show it off here. Tom did a great job. You signed the inside of it, which I thought was really cool. Here it is. I mean, it's just a mammoth. Can we kind of talk about it a little bit?
It's big. It weighed about 80 pounds. It was wonderful. and you guys wanted everything with it, didn't you? I think you wanted every trick, every buzz that we could possibly put in there. I think the only thing it doesn't do is make coffee. Although we were trying to get a Keurig to put in the other side. We had a little bit of space left over. But the idea is that
it is.
This is built for you guys so that you guys can plug in USB cameras, you can plug in HDMI cameras, you can plug in video cards, you can demonstrate everything that you have or want to demonstrate there in your showroom. Yeah, we even had Thunderbolt.
Yeah, this is the interesting part here, is that there's 12 USB 3.0 ports, and every single USB 3 port has its own USB bus, or chipset, rather, so that we can plug in any capture card we want. If any mix of HDMI or HD SDI or just USB 3, that was kind of the most versatile way we could do it. Instead of locking ourselves to 4 HDMI or 4 SDI, we've pretty much got just unlimited bandwidth. And these are the StarTech capture cards we used with the independent chipsets there. And I have just a little, I won't take too much time, but this is what we told Tom we had to have. Support for 8 cameras with discrete USB 3 ports, 4 HD video outputs, future-proof processing for 4K, rack-mountable, top-of-the-line NVIDIA graphics, Windows 7 64-bit, at least 1 Thunderbolt, and 4 USB 2s, just for keyboards, mice, and stuff like that. And this is what he built. He had i7 hex core, 5820K CPU, 32 gigs of RAM, 240 gigabyte solid state hard drive, 12 USB 3s. Oh my God, Thunderbolt 3.1. I mean, it's just like our baby at this point, and we use it. I mean, what would you say, Tess? Do we use it like every day?
Every single day.
Every day of work, we use it pretty much at least for 4 or 5 hours a day.
We have some questions about it. I don't know if
and we're getting some
tackle
questions
them now
about
or
it, and
later.
we'd be happy to answer them. Tom made it. Tom, you signed the inside. We took it apart just put some extra stuff in there, and I saw that you signed it.
Of course.
It's like a masterpiece.
I couldn't believe that. It's inside. It says Tom Sinclair.
Is this a
signature.
rack mountable PC or is it a desktop?
It's rack
And
mount.
is it server grade?
It's a 4U
Is it server
rack
grade,
mount.
Tom?
It is not server grade.
Here.
It's not server
Okay.
grade. It's better than server grade.
Oh, it's more custom. At least I know that.
Yep.
I am going
4U.
to take. So can I take them to livestreaminggear.com, or is that still in the pro? I can't take them there
It's
yet.
still in the works. Still in the works.
But we can talk about it. Here, so
We can
here's your
talk
chance.
about it.
Tell us about live streaming gear. These exceed the vMix reference systems, basically.
Well, we try to, especially in areas where we think people are going to get a lot of bang for their buck. A lot of people have a lot of ideas of how these PCs should be constructed, and that's why vMix went with the reference systems to try to avoid so much, just well-intentioned people with bad information. And so based on my testing, I said, okay, these are different ways that we can improve on these systems by adding a faster CPU or by adding more RAM or by doing some little tricks, kind of what I call my secret sauce that we put into each one of those. We have a certain line. If you go to our website, easternshorebroadcasting.com, you'll see the line of off-the-shelf live streaming gear PCs. And we can either modify something from off the shelf, or like we did for Paul and PTZ Optics, we can build something from scratch, custom from scratch. Yeah, if you want to go to the store, to the shop, and then scroll down to live streaming gear, streaming.
What is the
PCs,
name of
30.
the graphics adapter?
Nice.
Well, that's part of
Yeah,
the secret
very
sauce.
Uh-huh. Any reason we chose Windows 7 over 10? Well, when did we get the computer?
Well, Windows 7 is still
10 was
quite
not
darn
reliable at that
reliable.
point. Yeah.
at that point it was not very good.
Yep.
At that point.
And we still, it's like, if it's not broken, why fix it? You know,
Right.
I mean, I do think that vMix 19 is running faster. I don't know what he did, but it feels to me much smoother and faster. I don't know if you
Like
felt
it.
that way at all, Tom.
Yeah. Well, they
Here's a
increased.
little, here's a little something for Martin.
Yeah, that's right. They increased the number of squirrels from
Yes.
4 to 8, and that made a lot of difference.
Oh, that's so funny. Something happened. I don't know what it was, but it feels like to me it's running faster. I don't know.
Well, that's seat of the pants horsepower is what we're looking for. Yeah. Yep.
So, Tom, you and I are going to be hanging out soon at NAB, and I wanted to ask you, what type of industry trends are you looking for out there? Because, I mean, it's a new year. Every year is different. It's always something new. What can we expect this year?
I think NAB this year we're going to see a lot of tennis shoes. A lot of folks walked away with sore feet last year, and so this year they're going to come back with tennis shoes and wear tennis shoes. No, I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see the virtual reality kind of come into NAB a little bit.
Yes.
Doesn't really affect us, I don't think. I think we'll see knockoffs of products that came out, a little while back and are now kind of hitting mainstream. Like Google Glass will come out for $200 as a no-name brand. That'll be kind of fun, especially if it'll do live streaming. I think the vMix 19 with vMix Call is going to be, at least in our narrow niche, it's going to be an earth-shattering feature. Within the online talk show community, vMix Call is going to have the effect that NDI had last year among the sports community, because with NDI you can use the network to transfer your video and audio all over the place instead of having to have everything cabled up. With vMix Call, you don't have to go out and buy a $4,000 separate PC box in order to be able to bring in multiple callers in a talk show. It's going to be wonderful. In fact, I've had 2 radio stations already that are going to be, well, one upgraded this morning, and the other one we're outfitting 2 of their studios with your cameras and with our PCs and with vMix Call. so that they can bring in callers from outside, not just audio callers now, but video callers as well. It's game changing. It's going to be life saving for radio stations. Is what it's going to be. It's going to be a lifesaver for a
Yeah,
radio
actually,
station.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a really good point. Well, we're running up on time. The last thing I wanted to show until we get into the post show and do all of our party tricks and everything, I even forgot about this.
Oh my gosh! Mine sounds
We've got
better.
party things. You know, we got some surprises. We've got the giveaway, all that stuff. But I wanted to go ahead and just show everyone where the heck our booths are, Tom. So this is the Westgate. This is where a lot of people stay. This is where we're staying because it's right next to the whole convention. And South Lower is really where a lot of the action is. So we decided very early on to just go ahead and go to South Lower. Right when you walk in, there's Black Magic in Grass Valley. And you walk down the aisle a little bit, Wirecast is there. And then right there is vMix, and that's a big upgrade for you guys.
I think so.
Right next to, look, it's literally connected to New Tech, basically,
Yep.
in a way. So it's right next to New Tech, and New Tech is going to have this place called NDI Central, which is going to be really cool. I have no idea what's going to be there, but I think it's going to be awesome. Open broadcast system. I wonder if OBS got a booth. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, you keep walking down. This booth was open, and I wanted to move here to make it easier on you guys to get over to our booth, Tom. But we're all the way back here. At least we're in the same hall.
Well, that means that any person that gets back to your booth is a pre-qualified lead.
Well, we were like over here last time, so we didn't move far. We didn't move forward, which you're supposed to always get the chance to move forward, I thought. But anyway, I wanted to show that off and give everybody the chance to kind of lay out where they're going to be going, because I know a lot of people are going to be popping back and forth. And that's pretty much it, guys. Hang out for the post show, because we're going to have some post show fun and games, and plus the giveaway. And we're going to ask Tom a bunch of questions about all these streaming idiot things that he's doing. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the post show Q&A.
And that's all, folks. We appreciate your participation in the chat room and can't wait to host our next informative Q&A session. Your questions drive the conversation forward for live streaming professionals around the world. Until next time, happy streaming!
Okay, so we've been having a lot of fun. It is our vMix 19 party.
Woohoo!
These things from the
Mine's
dinosaur
much
don't work
louder.
well.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh, yours actually works? What?
You got a dud. We are such dorks. I mean, there's no covering it up.
We've been waiting for the vMix 19 release for quite some time. I know Tom was staying up till 2 in the morning waiting for it.
Waiting for
Am
it.
I right, Tom?
I was.
I know you were. You had to have been. I mean, you are the vMix guru.
You are.
But let's not forget that Tess likes to do a social media update every week.
Absolutely. We have to show love to our subscribers, especially our brand new ones. So our most recent subscribers. And while we have Tom here, I wanted to thank you for inspiring us to do this, because we secretly stole this idea from you,
we did.
giving a shout out to your new subscribers. So thank you for that, Tom. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Okay, so we have Your Fada, Vinnie Power, Bob Bieber, Sean Donahue, Bella Jacoby, Jean Sperandio, Aquagd, I'm so bad with the names, Diggy Box, Powell Wierszewski, and who's my last one? John Vega Sr. Excuse me on that. And on top of that, we wanted to point out a comment that we found on our YouTube channel that's related to today's conversation, and it's by one of our regulars, Dave Edwards. Excuse me. Did you pull it in for me, Paul? Or did we
Yep, I
forget
got
that
it
one?
right here.
Yay! Dave Edwards says vMix Call is an awesome and versatile tool that takes vMix to the next level. And we think so too.
Yay!
That's it for me.
Well
So that was just good job, Tess.
Thanks, guys.
That was absolutely great. Actually, Tom, you can keep that up if you want. We'll go to this view here. So we've got a lot to talk about, and I guess we're really just dedicating this part of the show to our chat room to just answer questions. So what is going on, guys? We've got real balloons. Oh, and I wanted to post in the chat room the party favor. So it's going to be a Dropbox link to all of our free virtual sets.
Thank you, Troy. Troy subscribed during our show today.
Yay!
So you do deserve a special shout out. Thank you, Troy.
All right, so here comes. This is the... That's the Dropbox link, everybody. So that gets you all of our free virtual sets.
Go get
Then,
it.
to make it even better, I don't know if anyone's going to want this or not, but we got a bunch of smiley balloons via green screen. And I don't know if you're going to use them, but here they are again in the available via Dropbox. Those are our party favors so that everybody wins. They kind of look like this. There. That's the green screen overlay.
That looks pretty awesome.
So
I'm liking it. Looks no different than the ones behind you that are actually there.
I know, we did a good job. So if
Yeah.
anyone wants them, there they are. And now we are just answering questions in the chat room and having fun. And we've got Tom on the show. Tom, I have some questions for you specifically. Really, I just want to know if we can hang out at NAB.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, the vMix guys have essentially purchased me for the week, and they're going to be
Sweet.
dressing me in official vMix shirts and official vMix
Cool.
shorts and an official vMix tennis shoes, from what I understand.
No
What?
way.
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
literally a mascot.
I will be a
That
mascot.
is so cool.
And they
Okay,
were
do you
trying
get to keep the gear?
Yes, I do. I do. They were trying to get some real
Nice.
celebrities there to the booth to attract, people, but they couldn't get them, so they had to get me. So
You are a real
that's,
celebrity.
yeah,
To our
yeah.
people.
I'm sure their booth attendant's going to go "Earl" from last year, but that's okay.
No.
That's okay. I mean, every time I hung around, because I hung around the PTZ Optics booth a bunch last year too, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And every time I would show up, people would leave. So Paul asked me to stop coming. I was really embarrassing.
You did not.
No, I actually asked you to come back multiple times
Yeah, you
because
did,
people
you
kept
did,
on wanting to work with you.
And then you had that movie
All right,
star
let's draw the
guy
winner.
show up. Who was that guy?
Oh yeah, we had Red Foo. I don't know if you've ever
Red
heard of
Foo,
him.
that's
He
right.
sings that song like I'm sexy and I know.
Oh, from
LMFAO.
yeah,
Yeah, he
LMFAO.
came to our booth last year.
Yeah,
Oh, and he has one of our cameras.
Yeah, he's
he
got one
used
of our
it in
cameras.
his video.
Yeah. It was so funny. Like you see this party music video with like 1 million viewers, and people are jumping all around, and then you see just a PTZ Optics camera in the back.
And we're like, yes.
So Stuart Riviera from New York, New York. You win. If you're here, you win. Otherwise, we'll have to draw a new winner. But there's a little bit of latency. We have to think about. So we have to give him
Stuart
some time
Riviera. Are you
to
present?
get here, and we'll just let the party continue.
Rivera. Excuse
So
me.
what else do we need to talk to you about, Tom? So you've got this live streaming gear coming out. You and I have some, I think, differences in our thought process on some things. Like, for example, I heard you say one time, I'll just call you out on this one, that like appliances, it's the day of software, and the appliances are the live streaming appliances are gone. They're gone for the hills. Do you still stand by that statement?
That
You
was
think?
I think that was one of my 2017 predictions.
It was a prediction. It was
Yeah.
a prediction. That's what
Yep.
it was.
And the reason I say that is because I think there are going to be things like vMix that are just going to be a Swiss Army knife, and it's going to have everything you need And so you're going to build your hardware around what vMix will do, and it'll do everything you need. You won't need a separate streaming device. You won't need all these other, encoders and things like that, because it's all built in one box. Now, there'll be special cases, I'm sure, where that'll be advantageous. But you remember our bell curve, for the folks that are joining us now on the bell curve and don't have a lot of technical savvy, those folks are going to be going with the basics. You're going to be going with a good PC, a good webcam, a good mic, and vMix software, and that's all they're going to need.
Well, I do agree with you there.
Do you guys want to?
That balloon
Got a lot of
fills you
great
up.
questions.
I do wonder. So a couple things. The vMix Go is not going away. Did you know that?
That's true. It's true. Actually, they're going to reintroduce it at NAB.
At NAB, and why would they do that then?
Why would they do that? I don't know.
They've got the reference PCs, they've got the
Yep.
software,
Yep.
and I think the reason why is because I do believe that there is a pretty big market for people who want turnkey. And here's the thing that I think about, and this is where we disagree, I think maybe a little, or maybe there's just two sides to every coin, but I believe that the larger integration companies and the B&H Photos, they're not going to build custom PCs.
No.
And I'm telling you, if I've been to B&H Photo and I've worked with them for 3 years, I mean, all of our other customers combined are B&H Photo.
Sure.
Everybody, so what I mean? The amount of people that call them and they support and they sell, it's just it's just mind-boggling. And they don't sell custom PCs. They never will. It needs to be a SKU in a box that they can ship. And Amazon, for example, which is a humongous thing, it's got to be in a SKU in a box that they can deliver on Amazon Prime. So there's a huge barrier there to think that, not having physical products is going to be like the savior of the day. And, New Tech is still the leader. StreamStar, Acme is doing the vMix Go again. Live stream, I mean, they've got like 2 million Facebook users. They're huge, but they go with appliance. They have a software version and an appliance. So, software is great, and the market's growing so much, we need to fill every gap that there is. But the big box pushers, they just not compatible with their system, and they're not going anywhere.
And I think in a lot of ways that does the end user a disservice, because it's one thing to buy a camera from somebody like B&H Photo and bring it home and plug it in. If you have a little trouble, you contact the manufacturer. It's another thing to buy a complicated computer like a vMix Go from a manufacturer like that, and then if you need support, you don't have any. It's the after the fact support that really makes the difference for folks long term. We'll see. We'll see.
It's too bad because it's just the world we live in.
I'm
I
not
know so many
complaining.
people who say, like even NASA. I remember I was talking to NASA or SpaceX, and they were huge deployment of all this stuff, and they were buying TriCasters and cameras and all this stuff. They're like, we just want to buy from B&H because we have a contract with them,
Right.
and they've just got their hands in everything, and B&H isn't the only one. CDW, I mean, I could go on and on and on. These billion-dollar companies that just they can't change overnight. They can't just say, "Oh, we're going to make custom PCs." So
Right.
it's
Right.
not gonna. The
No.
custom PCs are going to be a teeny little part of a much bigger market. But you're right. I mean, everything you say about support and the flexibility and the power of it, I totally understand. I just don't see it making a huge dent.
It would be interesting to be privy
Yeah.
to the vMix license statistics and to see how many
Yes, that
licenses
would
are
be
going to individuals that are buying a license to put into a PC that they already own or one that they want to acquire versus the number of licenses that are going into a vMix Go. And I would say, it's probably 10 to 1. 10 individual
definitely.
licenses versus one that goes into a vMix Go. Might be even more than that. Anyway, let's talk about something that is much more fun. Paul, let's talk about you for a while.
Okay.
You
Well,
have,
can we actually, Tom, before we jump into that, Did the person who won, is he here?
He is not here.
Stuart Riviera is not here. So we have to draw another winner, and then we'll jump right into
Everyone in the
that.
chat says that you guys are geeking out.
We are.
And
Yeah. Can't help it.
Sorry, Tom. I was just digging for stuff. That was one thing I remember.
But Paul is going on vacation to Destin, Florida, and Paul, just that far away from Destin is Fort Walton Beach, Florida, where RJ Murdoch, a vMix user, has a studio. So if you have a free 2 or 3 hours, you might want to go do a tour of his studio. I can hook you up with RJ. In fact, you might even be
I was
watching.
hoping you were going to give me some contacts down there, because I don't know how I'm going to go on vacation. I haven't been on vacation in 2 years. It's not
Just
my
enjoy it.
natural state, so I'm not going to know.
Lauren deserves it.
My wife really deserves it. So we've got Bob Byer. We'll see if he comes up.
Bob?
But yeah,
Bob
Tom,
Bieber.
you're in your
Bob
natural
Bieber.
state right now. You're the host of a show, so take it away. This is where you shine.
Well, I think you would really love hanging out with RJ if just for a half an hour, seeing his video screens. You know,
Yeah.
if you happen to have a camera with you, you know, you could take it down there and show RJ. He is an influencer. The show that he did, he's actually done 2 shows with me in the last maybe 3 months, and he did a show about a wireless camera that he configured using all sorts of stuff that he pulled out of his toolbox. And that show has blown up in terms of YouTube viewing. It's one of the most popular shows that I've done in the last 3 months. And so, you know, he's definitely a camera guy. He's definitely a video guy. I think you would love hanging out with him. And he could probably also tell you where the good restaurants are, where the good seafood restaurants are, because he's a local.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. You'll have to connect me with him for sure.
Yeah, I'll get you guys hooked up.
And
So, Tess, when are
guys
you
have
going on
such a
vacation?
nice place down there. She's not allowed to go on vacation.
I want to just go in the suitcase to NAB.
Oh, no, NAB is
Maybe
going to
next
be
year.
a lot of fun. NAB is going to be a huge amount of fun.
Do you guys
I'm
want to cover some of the
anticipating-
questions in chat
Yeah.
for my people? Okay. Hold on. I'm popping it out so that I can read everything. All right. Personal question for Tom. How long have you been with vMix?
I have been a vMix
You're
reseller.
kind of collaborating with them. right?
Question.
Yeah, I've been a vMix
Okay.
reseller for 3 years. And
3 years.
I don't work for them per se. I mean, we work hand in glove. They provide the software. I provide the training. I build PCs. I sell the software. I'm going up to North Carolina to work with a Fortune 500 company for a week, teaching them how to use vMix because they're going to be using it within the corporation. That's going to be a ton of fun. And then they've rented me for the NAB show. So I'll come in. I'll be a rent a guy, rent an idiot. That's what it
hilarious.
is. Rent an idiot.
That's
That's
funny.
hilarious. You can
Rented
make so much
idiot.
money on that. Do you know who became a millionaire? The guy who was 1-800. I forget what it's called, but like get rid of your junk. It was like he became such a millionaire.
It's genius.
How about
Just
What,
getting rid of
what,
people's
what are
junk.
our thoughts on vMix call adding more than one caller for the HD version?
Won't happen.
Won't happen.
Won't happen.
Tom knows this stuff.
Yeah, no, I believe
It's,
it.
it's
I know
vMix
there's-
call will be vMix HD for 1 caller, vMix 4K for 2 callers, and vMix Pro for 8 callers. And that's in concrete. That's not going anywhere.
Gotcha.
The one thing I was thinking, Tom, as a suggestion possibly, I was thinking about this as I was taking a shower, and I don't even know why. I was taking a shower and I was just thinking, what if vMix did one of those things? I don't think Martin would do this, but any other company would do this. In the HD, the SD versions, they allowed you to do a single vMix caller, but it was branded, and it had an overlay that said vMix call. Because anyone who's professional wouldn't accept that, right? So they would upgrade to get what
Yeah.
they want. But all of these newbies, all the people that they're trying to get in this bell curve to
Yeah.
start using vMix, it's like maybe the gamers or whoever, they don't care so much, at least in the beginning, and then they get to know how it works and how easy it is, and then they end up buying more and upgrading more. So that would be my play if it was me. So if Martin, if you're watching, maybe we'll make that suggestion. I don't see how that could really hurt them in any way.
Paul, when are we upgrading?
Except for the fact that I was thinking, if they did that, vMix is so powerful, you could probably somehow edit out the overlay. So I was like, maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they're taking feature requests on that kind of stuff at this point. I think they're pretty firm in their decision. Yeah, they're not waffling on that one.
When is PTZ Optics cameras going to have the NDI upgrade?
We keep getting that question, and the only thing I can say, I think there's a few things that I can say, and let's just say we're not talking about this at all. One is I am under NDA, so I'm not allowed to say anything. Two is, all right, well, not even related to that. Unrelated to all of that, Matt Davis is in China right now. Our lead engineer. He's in China for 2 weeks, double what he was in last week. He's probably sleeping right now. But he is working very closely on some completely new projects. One thing I can say for sure, 100%, some people have said, oh yeah, you're just going to add NDI as a firmware upgrade, right? No, that is not going to happen. The chipset on these cameras cannot handle it, and it's not going to be an upgrade on the firmware. I'll tell you that for sure. I don't know if I said something that was conflicting to that, but I can definitely tell you that is not the case. We are definitely working with new tech. I'm allowed to say that, and I'm allowed to say that we're under NDA, so I really can't divulge any details. But I guess I'm allowed to say that our engineers are in China pushing things as fast as they possibly can. I think that's all I can say.
And I'm not saying anything because I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm not under NDA, and I'll tell you all the stuff that Paul told me privately, but you have to send me an email for me to do that.
Tom knows more than he should about everything. Probably, Tom, you are the vMix expert in America.
No.
So you're like clearing all those issues up. And
In America.
You probably know more about PTZ optics than most, I would have to imagine. You were a really early adopter, too. You know, you were going in and figuring things out before we even figured some things out.
Yeah.
Which camera models have PoE? Sorry.
The PoE, the Power over Ethernet. Just SDI models, actually.
Just SDI models.
Not the USB models.
That makes sense.
There
you go.
I believe that the PoE board, that it costs more to add PoE, even though we didn't raise the price. And so what we realized was that people are using SDI are extending the cameras hundreds of feet and need PoE, whereas the people with USB are usually plugging it right into their computer and they don't need USB as much. The reason why we are probably the only company in the industry where our SDI models are cheaper than our other models. Everybody else, SDI is always like the expensive one. We decided to make it less expensive because the USB models negate the fact for buying a frame grabber in a lot of scenarios. So that was our thinking. We have some different, we think differently, and I think that's a good thing.
So we never got a winner.
Oh, no, we have to pick another winner.
Bob was
oh my
not
God.
there.
This has only happened to us once or twice.
Yeah, it hasn't happened in a while.
Usually we're good to go.
So everybody in the chat can, whew, there's still a chance.
There's still a chance, everybody. All right.
Who do we have?
We pick a winner. I can't say how cool Gleam is. Gleam has been so fun. Sean Callahan from the Tech Zone 707
Sean's
from
there.
Napa Valley, California. Sean's there?
I thought I saw him earlier. No?
Congratulations.
Well, now I know
Sean.
how to look at the participants, and I can see if he's participating in chat right now.
Oh, there is a participant field?
Yes, somebody chatted me how to do it.
Very interesting.
You learn something new every day. I certainly do.
I have a question for you, Tess.
Me?
If when I'm on vacation, do you think you can host your own show?
Ooh.
I would. I can't promise that people would want to watch, but
Maybe you and Tom can do a collaboration or something.
I can bring some people. We could do a makeup tutorial and integrate.
That wouldn't be that bad, because I will say, and Tom, you guys were joking about this in your chat room, that Tess was the second girl to ever be in your chat room.
I've
We
been there
need
before.
to-
I said maybe I was.
I think that the problem with live streaming and all this AV tech, it's all guys usually, and I don't think it's that women aren't interested. I think that we're just not reaching out in the right way. I think it's a male dominated industry for sure, where it's just a lot of men are involved in this industry, and there's this thing called Women in AV, audiovisual, and they actually have a big push for it at Infocom. And I know there are a lot of women in the broadcast industry, and I think that we're not I don't know, we're not doing it right. Maybe we should be doing some makeup tutorials. I think that might be a good idea.
I don't know.
I
mean,
don't know.
I'm into this stuff, but I'm also, I don't know. You have to be into
But
technology.
So
and-
so you're saying maybe if you feel comfortable enough?
Yeah, well, for me,
You don't need to
I
answer right
enjoy the video production side of everything. So I enjoy live streaming from that aspect, but I don't fully understand all the technology that we develop
no, that's
and
true.
use. I'm just
Just-
learning vMix.
Nobody understands it all.
Yes.
Nobody understands.
Yeah.
If you wait until you understand it, you'll never do it. You just have to just dive in.
That's why I said you're always learning something new. I feel like we learn something new about vMix all the time. Well, you pretty much know everything, but
Nope.
No,
Nope.
honestly I do. I still learn. All right, so I'm going to say Sean's not here. Right?
No,
I
sounds not good.
haven't seen. Oh, Margaret's watching. Hi, Margaret. Okay, Paul, can you tell me more about Glee? My wife says I'm the real winner.
What? Oh,
How does
Jason
vMix interface with a
Gludon
TriCaster?
from Multimedia?
Okay, I'm gonna type in Jason. That sounds familiar.
Jason Gludon.
We're having trouble with this today.
Been a tricky giveaway. You know, it's difficult, but I think the giveaways are just so much fun, and I love, you know, in today's world, I know one thing for sure is that you have to add value to whatever you're doing, and if we can bring giveaways to our
Jason's here.
viewers every
Jason's
week.
here.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, Jason, I will send
Congratulations,
you an
Jason.
email with CCing you with the beautiful folks from DeCast. Tom, can you say a few things about DeCast, possibly?
Yeah, actually, DeCast was one of the first CDNs that I bumped into and used regularly. They're located, their USA office is in San Francisco, and who was it? Greg is a vice president. He and I bumped into each other at NAB last year. They're a very popular streaming service. One of the features that I like about DeCast the best is that if you're looking for a pay-per-view option, then DeCast will do pay-per-view, and they only take just a little bit of the gate. So if you have a pay-per-view that you're selling for $10, I think they might take $1, and you get to keep the other $9. So that's a pretty good deal. So if you're looking for a pay-per-view provider, DeCast is a great choice. And the DeCast website has just a treasure trove of information about streaming. So even if you're not considering DeCast, you
Yes.
can go through there and go through their
It's
articles.
incredible.
They had just a recent article about software as a replacement in video conferencing, and it was talking about Skype and Zoom and Wirecast and OBS and vMix 19 with vMix Call. And they were wise
Yeah,
enough.
I noticed that. They
They
just
were-
sent an they embedded your thing in there.
They were smart, weren't they? Yeah, I thought so too.
I was just they just sent the email out about that during this show. I'm surprised. Did you just get it?
I got it yesterday. Yeah,
You got it. Oh, you got it early.
Yeah.
Maybe they do it in batches or something.
yeah. They probably hit the south part of the United States first, because it takes us a while to catch on to that kind of stuff. They send it to the northern part of the country, and you guys, y'all get it right away. It takes us down
Here
here
it
in the
is
south.
here.
It takes
This
us
is-
a
this
while to
is
figure
the-
this out.
The article. This guy writes so much. Where's his name? I'm not even sure, but
Yeah, you have to
they
click
have
his picture.
such a great blog post. Who is this writer who's always Max Wilbert? He is just blogging constantly, live streaming for talk shows using Skype, Wirecast with video chat, OBS with video chat, and then bam, vMix 19, the only one with integrated video calling. It's pretty incredible. And it's just like, it's their philosophy. I was talking to the CEO of Zoom video conferencing, who they're so far ahead of their competitors that people are getting a little bit upset. Because I think their competitors are so mad they're stealing all their business. And one of the things that happens with extremely innovative companies is there's a paradigm shift. And I think, Tom, you're onto it. You understand it. But a lot of people still don't. B&H doesn't understand it. Integrators don't understand it. New Tech TriCaster people who are resellers might not understand that things are going not only to the cloud, but to software only and build it yourself. And I totally agree with you. It's a paradigm shift that can take 5 years to reach reality, and it takes all these little steps. But the people that push the paradigm step, like vMix integrating this, they're a year ahead of everybody, 2 years maybe ahead of everybody, and they continue to be on that path because once you start innovating, you realize, oh my gosh, if we did that, what if we did this, this, and this? And it spiders out. And it happens at our company too, where we realize, oh my gosh, if we can do that, like we just came out with we're coming out with a wireless USB system.
Yep.
We're like, that would be great. And then we're realizing, oh my gosh, if we can do wireless USB,
Right.
we can convert RS-232 to USB
Yes.
and make a wireless USB. We can make a wireless
Yes.
joystick.
Controller,
all
yes.
the different things that you start to realize, but it all starts at like this one step. And I think vMix is continually surprising us and showing us that path.
And if you don't start with that one step, you never get the third step. You can't see the third step until you've done the first step because of the way the earth is curved. The earth is not flat. You can't see it all. That's that southern wisdom coming right. Yep.
So they've
that's what
done,
it
they're a
is.
great job. And I mean, if vMix truly is what I think that they seem to be coming, I mean, when I was working with Zoom video conferencing 5 years ago, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, they had 2 salespeople. They just got $100 million of investment, valuing their company at $1 billion. And they have 150 salespeople in 3 years. And I knew it. I was using Zoom. Tom, I told you about Zoom a couple years ago. I was like, why aren't you using Zoom? Why are you using Skype?
Right.
And, it's early adopter stuff. And now everybody you talk to is using it because it just works and it's great. I could see that happening to vMix. I do think that Martin Sinclair shares some of those great CEO traits that I see in Eric Yuan. I had a meeting with him. And you have to realize these are real people. Yes, they're geniuses, but real people change the world. It's not like it just happens. There's just real people run this world. Sometimes you forget all these things because I wrote an article about it last week. We're standing on the shoulders of giants.
Yes.
It's not like Martin had to write the New Tech NDI, but he was smart enough to integrate it right at the beginning. It's not like he built WebRTC, which is what gives us vMix Call, but he was smart enough to integrate it into his platform. So all of these things are helping us stand on the shoulders of giants. It's not like Martin invented H.264 compression, but it certainly helps the whole thing work. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting where, like, we're giving Martin a lot of credit, and he deserves all that credit. But I'm sure he knows, and we all know that we're standing together with like 50 years worth of information that is at our fingertips, that it's kind of just putting it all together. It's finally available in an affordable price, basically, for everybody to enjoy.
I agree.
So yeah, no, it's a great time to be alive. The industry is incredible. And one of the things that I always take home is I'm a little humbled about the whole thing. I mean, we've really enjoyed extreme success, and not to the extent of Zoom, or not. I mean, I don't know how big vMix is, but I know they're going to be huge in the next 5 years, and I'm sure they're even big right now, and I know they're going to do great. But to me, I just want to create and I think, Tom, I've talked to you about this. I was like, Tom, you're going to get so many custom streaming PC leads, and we're sending, we can't even handle all the people calling us, so we're sending them to you to help out. I'm like, you can't handle it, or you may not be able to possibly, because it's going to grow so fast and so quickly. And your answer was, to me, was just so kind of like what I take away from it is that you just like helping people, and you like it's interesting to you that they could buy something from B&H and not have anyone to help them. And I kind of like that too. I like to hear from people. What are you using it for? How are you using it? Did you think about this and that? And I mean, we're talking to sometimes humongous corporations that they're like, oh my God, you'll listen to me? Like you'll give me tips? You'll help me through this process? I think, weren't you doing a training for a big Fortune 500?
Yeah. Coming up in May, I think. Yeah, going.
I mean, would you ever dream that would be something that you would be doing?
Oh yeah. Oh golly, yes.
Oh, so that's in the cards. That's what you're going to be. That's what a lot of people do. Trainings and consulting.
Well, and here's the thing.
Like live streaming pros.
Part of it is not so much. Well, on the personal aspect of it is it is so immensely fulfilling to me to help somebody that has a passion and has a goal, has a dream, to help them or to be a part of that helping them accomplish that dream. And whether it's an individual that's doing a talk show out of their guest bedroom, or a major corporation that wants to slash expenses by using a new technology and to make themselves more efficient. I mean, I'm all about both of those and everything in between. We are living, and Paul, I agree with you, we are living in a golden age. We're living in the same age as the folks that got not the first generation, but the second generation of automobiles. The golden generation, where there were 80 different automobile manufacturers, and they were coming up with crazy designs and wonderful cutting edge in its day technology. We're in the same thing today, and it's so exciting to be part of it. And the beauty for me is that all of this stuff is positive. It doesn't pollute. It doesn't it's not destructive. And I mean, I guess you could have a talk show about negative things, but it's a very positive field. I mean, we're not killing anybody. We're not creating weapons of mass destruction. This has a tremendous force for good in this whole field, and I'm so excited about that. So excited about that. Yeah.
All things point to good, and the truth will always prevail. That's one of the other things. Like, if it truly is that good, which I think you and I truly believe, I think Google believes it. I think Facebook believes it.
Sure.
Sure. Zoom believes it. They just built it into their webinar platform, right? If it's truly that good, I think it really is.
Here's a tip.
It will fail.
Here's my prediction in the first quarter of 2017 is that we're seeing probably the tail end of last year. We saw a ton of people come on board using their phone to produce a broadcast, and all of a sudden, all these internet talk shows popped up to show people how to do that, and so. All those folks are doing that now, and they got the bug. They're interested. They're saying, this is what I want to do. But the phone will only take you so far. And that's where the bell curve comes in, is that those people are jumping off whatever they were doing, and they're jumping onto the bell curve, and they're saying, okay, I need a good camera, I need good software, I need good microphones, and those industries are just, I mean, Audio-Technica came out with the Audio-Technica ATR 2100, and it was $65, and they weren't marketing it much, but it's an XLR microphone that also does USB, and it's perfect for this industry that we're doing. And my buddy Mike Phillips up in North Carolina started talking good about them, and all of a sudden they sold out all across the country, because there was this built-up need of people that needed a reasonably priced microphone that sounded good. And he even taught people how to use them. I mean, it was amazing. And we're having the same opportunity to do that now for the people that are coming from the cell phone streaming world, and they want to do it. They want to do it better. They want lower thirds. They want to bring in multiple callers. They want to have video. They want to have animations. They want to do what you're doing right now. They want to do all this, but they can't do it with their phone. And it's going to blow up the live streaming world. You heard it.
There's
right
so
here.
much opportunity too, which makes it so nice too. And whenever there's an issue, whenever there's a problem, whenever things aren't working, that is opportunity.
Yes.
And there's so much opportunity. It's amazing.
Yes.
Philip says looking for the producer kits on PTZ Optics site, but don't see the product.
There, we're
page.
working on them.
Yes.
We're working on them. PTZ Optics producer kits, something that
Like
all of
later
our resellers will have access
Today,
to.
I want to say.
I'm hoping to have it done today.
Hoping by this afternoon some point.
We've been working vigorously on the PTZ Optics producer kits, which again is, I think, going to be a little bit of a game changer for the industry, because what this is going to do is this is going to give us basically build a system around the Intel NUC Skull Canyon. So it's not going to be a custom PC. It's not going to be able to handle 3 or 4 cameras. But for anyone who wants 1 or 2 cameras, this is going to be a solution under $5,000 where it's going to be a PTZ Optics camera, a joystick, a Intel NUC, and a single XLR input with 100 foot of cable and a frame grabber. And I'm really excited about it, and all of our integrators. And that will be a SKU that B&H can sell. And anyone can sell, because they'll just be in boxes, and they'll sell. And you can use any software you want, because we're having the vMix party, but let's not be too crazy. There's a lot of
We're getting
Wirecast
really
users.
serious
There's
today.
a lot of OBS users. There's a lot of XSplit users. And not everybody.
Tom says the chat room is too small.
It's not even... I'll make the tab room smaller. But...
oh, yeah, I keep forgetting I have a keyboard
XSplit's
right here.
huge. Did you know how big XSplit is, Tom? It's huge.
I was working on a custom PC yesterday, and was what was I doing? I was adding the motherboard drivers, and one of the options for extra software to install was XSplit.
Yeah.
And they had
I
a
know.
deal with the motherboard manufacturer to put their software on the CD that came with the. Yep. And I talk
People
to
actually
XSplit
say
folks
it's
every
easier.
week, and the XSplit folks are saying, I hate XSplit. I've been using it for years. It's a CPU hog. I want something that's really going to do what I want to do. I say, okay, well, here we go. Get ready. You're going to love it. Yep.
I was talking to somebody who said XSplit was easier than vMix to use. And I do agree with that statement, because it's a drag and drop scenario.
That always helps.
Well, I think
And,
VidBlaster is easier than vMix to use. You ever heard of VidBlaster?
I've never used VidBlaster.
Yeah, well, it's
Actually,
obsolete.
no, except for that you are the VidBlaster guy.
Yeah, well, that was a previous life. That was before I discovered.
Do they
vMix.
even go to vMix or go to NAB? Does
No,
is VidBlaster
no,
at
They don't
NAB?
go anywhere. They don't
All
go
right.
anywhere.
Well, then that's when you know that they're definitely, if they're not even trying to
No,
go
they're
to the
not
main
trying.
show.
They're not trying. They're doing what they want to do. They're a mom and pop shop. Yep, actually just a pop shop.
Gotcha.
Yep. But being easier doesn't mean better. Yeah, it's easier to ride a bike
No.
with training wheels.
No.
Sure, of course it is. It's easy.
Good point.
But does that mean that it's going to be more fun, and you can go faster, and you can race better, and you can jump, and you can do all these things you want to do? No, it just means it's easier. Easier is kind of like, the base level. Well, easy's nice, but I want power. I want speed. I want bugs in my teeth. I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's what everybody, and like you said, all the video production people, they want to be able to do some cool stuff. Someone's messing with my camera. They're like, it's
What?
3 o'clock, Paul. You got to end the show. Yes, these cameras are on the network, and from time to time, the guys will mess around with them. And I know they're doing it because it's like They do it to us sometimes where me and Tess will be in here making videos and stuff and the camera will move and we're like, what is going on?
Is the room booked?
We should just the room might be booked.
Okay.
All right. Oh, Tom, it's been a pleasure. I didn't
really
mean to
has.
argue
This
with
has
you a little
been-
bit there.
This has been a fun show.
Well,
But I
Tess,
think
if
it
you
was a
want
fun
some
show.
help doing a show next week, I'm all over it. So let me know.
Not
And
a bad-
Paul,
well, it's
I
not
will
next
see
Friday.
you
The
next
following
month.
Friday. Maybe you and Tom. can
Yeah,
do it.
let's talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be
be
fun.
I
great.
would definitely need help, but that would be
I'll
fun.
I'll watch from Florida on the beach.
You would probably need less help.
Well,
than you
I'll be
think.
like, great, I'm going to lose my job by the end of the show.
That'd be fun. Oh, so much fun. Thank you,
You can't
everyone,
screw
for
it up.
being here. Tom, I'll be in touch soon. Thank you so
Good.
much, everybody.
Thank you,
This is
everybody.
a treat.
Take care. Bye, everybody.
And that's all, folks. We appreciate your participation in the chat room and can't wait to host our next informative Q&A session. Your questions drive the conversation forward for live streaming professionals around the world. Until next time, happy streaming.
I don't see anything in the boardroom. Someone's just...
Okay. Let's see how much of a delay there is. Just a few seconds there. Fun show.
That was so much fun. Did you see that comment about...
Oh, I did
one
see that one comment that we
gig?
didn't get to.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what the answer was, really. Wow. Did I pull enough graphics for you, Tom?
That was awesome. That was awesome. Awesome. Love it. Love it. It was a ton of fun.
It was.
I think we did a good
Everybody
job.
was loving it, too. They loved having both streamed at the beginning and stuff. That was fun.
And we were both sitting at the same chair, which I thought
The
was
chat
fun.
was blowing
That was
up.
awesome,
It was
Paul.
crazy.
They
That
like to
was
be
awesome.
part of it.
I know. I think that really turned out good.
Well, here's the
That's
thing.
what's so
And I
fun
like
about
how-
live streaming.
We just did it, Tom, and we didn't even really it was just nonchalant. We were just like, yeah, Tom's
Yep.
just sitting here, like, no big deal.
That's right. That's right. And you know, if what really would make it work is if I had a monitor right over here on the wall that had the show on it, so I could look over and
Yeah.
and the monitor was placed in the right place, so that whoops, I can't
That's what we
stretch
have.
that far, but that I can look
my gosh,
directly
that's so
at
fun.
Paul wherever Paul is. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be looking up or
Okay,
down.
this way.
I did that with Amnon Nissan about
Yeah, I
I
saw
guess
that
about 6 or 8 months ago. And you know, we threw it together in 5 minutes, and it wasn't perfect, but it was enough that people can kind of catch the idea, and that was pretty awesome.
No, I have to hand it to you, Tom, because I actually started watching your show just to learn what I was doing in the beginning, and you have so many nuggets out there of great wisdom, and the thing that you've done so well is it's streaming idiots. You know, that was genius, because it takes all the pressure off. Like, your Facebook group is going to grow so much because they don't have to buy anything or do anything. They just have to be a streamer, you know?
Right. Or be interested. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And you know, the fun part about that, Paul, is I didn't even set that up. Two of the folks that watched the show set it up and said, you know, Tom, this is our gift to you, and it was perfect. It was beautiful.
Oh my gosh,
Very
that's incredible.
gratifying.
And Tom doesn't even do any advertising at all either.
Really? Do you ever have like a Tess on your show? Do you have like a side person? Like,
Do I have like a test?
is it just you?
No.
Do you have a lackey?
He has a dog. He has a dog.
Was
he
that
brings
your
out.
wife that I heard?
Yeah, my wife would not appreciate it if I had a test. That's for sure. I do have Rooney. Rooney comes in now and again. Rooney helped me out with an NDI show a while back. When
So
we
you're running
parodied
the show
Kinda
yourself in the chat room, and
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom does it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
that's impressive.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
You
fun.
not
used to be
easy.
there too.
It's
I
it's
couldn't
I mean,
fun.
you
chat.
still do
It's
all.
fun.
if
It's
it-
fun.
Yeah.
That's the thing about
Yeah.
it. It's just fun. And
That's
the
what makes it
beauty.
easy to do because it is fun. I love this. Like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is the
fun.
best job ever.
I think if you guys could do a show together, I think that would be hilarious.
It would be funny. It would be.
And I think that would be a great way for you to really feel comfortable.
Just by forcing myself to
Yeah.
kind of do it, yeah. Because
Just
when
like
you're
you
at NAB, I want to stream with you
Yeah,
from here.
I know that. So, I think you should definitely learn. I think that would be a great way.
I mean,
Plus, I'm going to be having my wife and I are having another baby
yeah.
in May, and I'm going to be out for a couple more weeks then too.
Wow, a
Oh,
couple
my goodness.
weeks?
At least a week,
Yeah.
maybe two.
You know if it's a
That's
boy or a
awesome.
girl?
We're letting it finally be a surprise. I think that's I want that surprise on
Old
the
Yeah.
end,
school.
you know,
Yeah.
an old
I
soul.
love it.
I'm so excited. Can I come over and meet
I
the
would.
baby?
I wish my wife wanted to know last time, but then I was like, what did I miss? Was there like a surprise that like every other man like in history has ever had and I didn't get? So I just want that now.
Yeah. When I had my first boy,
Girl,
I was-
girl,
I
girl,
was-
girl.
It was like it could have been a boy, it could have been a girl, it could have been a giraffe, it could have been a hippopotamus. You know, there were all these choices, and instead it turned out to be a baby boy. And then we had a second baby boy, and then a third baby boy, and now the first baby boy is
Oh,
old
no.
enough, and he has 2 baby boys of his own. And I'm the oldest of 3
Oh,
baby
my
boys, including my dad. There are 11 Sinclair boys in a row over 87 years with no girls.
Strong genes.
And you ask
Wow.
why my show and my chat room don't have any women in them. You just we
Well, that's
Yeah,
don't
your
get
wife
it.
is not
Well,
used to women. Probably
That's
she's
true.
like, keep them
But
the
Tom,
hell away.
what do you think about that though? Like, I agree that
Your
men, I
poor
think, are
wife.
just
Oh,
more
man.
like they're more interested in technology and stuff,
Yeah.
and all that. But
Mostly.
there are women that want to live stream.
Oh
you
my
know?
God, yeah.
But
Live
we're
streaming.
not hitting that
People,
market.
I
Well,
don't know
look,
if it's, I don't know.
look at the analytics
I
on
know
your
why. It's so
YouTubes
fun.
and look at the gender, and on mine it's like 87% male.
I
Same
know.
with ours.
Same with ours.
But the hope is by bringing more women in, that more women feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, that was one of our hopes too, and I think that has come to fruition.
All right.
Actually.
Well, how many women guests?
Like-
have we
Yeah,
had?
we have like.
One.
One. Well, there you go. That'll
about
fix that
you?
right there.
Yeah.
Goose egg.
0.
Wow.
Goose egg.
Yeah, and
That I can
when
think
we do
of.
advertising too, we just advertise just to men.
We
Because
do.
if you look at our customers, it's 99% men.
Well,
It's like,
here's
what are
the
we supposed
question:
to do?
Do you play to your strengths? Do you market to what works and try to make that bigger and bigger and bigger, or do you try to develop a whole new market? I mean, you can do both, but
Yeah.
really you've got to choose to do one or the other primarily. And I go with what works. And-
Marketing school would say stick with your niche audience.
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got our niche, and we'll try to do
move
that
with the
as good as
times.
possible. And then we'll.
I'm telling you, I sit there for hours and watch YouTube channels, makeup tutorials. Now that people are wanting to live stream more, I feel like you're going to
Why
see.
don't let's at least do a video on how to do a dual camera makeup tutorial.
Okay, let's do
That
it.
would be a good first step with PTZ cameras.
There's
and
people that
then-
do cooking shows. We've got the knitting shows. Fashion shows is a
I
big
know,
thing that's
fashion
being live
shows are
streamed
big
right now.
actually. We just need to somehow break into that market. So
Well, you
we'll
gotta
bring you
make
in,
friends
Tom,
with
for the
those
fashion
people.
show.
You got to make friends with them.
Yeah.
And people that come on my show as guests are people that I made friends with, by
Yeah.
email or by text or by Facebook Messenger, 9 months ago, and we're just going to be chatting back
Oh
and
my
forth,
gosh.
and then it kind of naturally pops out. Great, well, come talk
There-
about this on my show. That's what we need to do.
What's that girl's name? Julia.
I Justine. I think.
I Justine. People like her. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
that's
are.
like the best of both worlds.
Because she does tech reviews, yeah.
She does tech reviews,
Send her an email.
but she's like a cute girl.
Send her an email.
Do you think we could?
That's a good idea.
There's
Do you
a-
think? I mean, she has almost 4 million subscribers on YouTube.
That's okay.
So,
I mean, what we're doing nowadays. I mean, we're gonna have Mario. We're gonna have that other guy. Maybe
Yeah.
if we say like we're having these people on, like this is up your alley. Maybe I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, do it. Let's do
Just
it.
send her an
like
email.
Mario
say hi.
Armstrong's a kind of
Say
a-
we're a huge company and we love what you're doing and we just wanted to let you know. And then the next week, send her another email. You know, it's kind of like planting a garden. You don't get fruit
Yeah.
right away.
I like your
You got to put the
strategy.
seeds in, put
That's
some
a
water on
very
it.
yeah.
You know, let it come up. Weed out all the weeds. You know, and
Yeah.
or use that same strategy with 10 people in that category and see who pops.
Right.
Yeah, usually
They'll be
you're
coming to
right.
you.
I usually am way too direct too. You have to
Yeah.
be very much
You can't
like
just be like, I want something from
I'm
you.
a big fan.
Yeah, you need to
know,
start that
we have a
relationship.
live show.
I mean, you might get lucky the first time or two, but it's you. I think you want to use the laws of attraction, and attract people to you, and that people say, "Golly, these people have something that I'm interested in," and so if y'all do a 2-minute segment in your next show where Tess is showing how to apply makeup. And then you take that clip and you email a link to these people and saying, by the way, we'd like you to give us some feedback on our makeup portion of our tech show, which is, you know,
Yeah.
they don't fit at all, but it would be just weird enough to attract somebody's attention.
Okay,
we
it's
could
not a
try
bad
something
idea.
new like
I
every
mean,
week.
there are
or
a lot of
something like
women in this world, and I know they want to live. There was a lady who wanted to live stream like making cakes.
that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
making
So
cakes.
we
The
know-
one lady that wanted to live
And
stream
no
knitting.
one else is going after that market. Like no one else is catering to these niche audiences, and it could be crazy. Then Tess would
People-
be taking over the room to do her makeup tutorials, and we're like, Tess, stop! You're doing too many makeup tutorials.
Well,
People
and-
like Justine are gonna. She's starting to go live. I see she does some live videos, and these type of people want to have nice equipment and things like that. They want to do it right.
They do.
Yep.
They really do.
find somebody that's physically close to you guys where you could drive to
Yeah.
them, show them how to set it up,
Yes,
do a
it's true.
show with them, and then take your camera back. And then say,
I
no,
know.
no, don't take it. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. We'll keep it.
Yeah, that's always like, oh, how many cameras can we give away to people?
Yep. Well,
But,
if you
yeah,
need
and
some
Tom,
ideas on that list,
I-
I've got some people you can send them to. Influencers. Not me.
Well,
other people. Other people that I think would make a
Well,
difference.
we are still looking. Influencers, like big, really big influencers, is what we are going for. Mm-hmm.
That's what Gary Vee says.
That is our path forward. I think personally. If we had any cameras to give away, we would. They're supposed to
Yeah.
come in next Friday.
At this point,
yeah.
we're not
But
even
tell
allowed
me
to use
about
them in our videos.
I know. I'm so sorry about that.
I sent Justin an email. I
what
said,
was I
Justin,
gonna
send me some cameras. He said, you can't do it. I said, what about a different color? He said, can't do that. I said, oh.
I don't believe which one do you need?
Oh, no. Somebody said
Is it 12x
canceled
SDI?
They canceled an order, and they were able to send it to me. So they just showed
Oh,
up.
thank God.
They just showed
Okay.
up. This
Because
is the one for the radio
normally,
station.
you know, if we try hard enough, we can figure some stuff out.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was gonna make something work for you. I know that there's stuff. You just gotta fish for it. Like for example, like everyone says we're sold out of 20x SDIs, but we have them in white. It's like, is that big a deal that
Right.
we have them in white but not gray?
And how much does a can of spray paint cost? I mean, really.
We're still live on Tom Sinclair's
Oh, we are?
Of
Facebook
course.
page.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to ask you, Tom, before we
That's
left.
fine.
But I'm sorry, I'm losing it now. Oh, the custom PCs. You know, we've been sending you a good bit of leads, so I'll make sure they keep coming.
Okay.
And what was it?
You want to know?
think more
You
about
want to
these
know when
custom
I'm
PCs.
mailing the check? I know.
No, not that. No, I wanted to let you know that I guess basically what I was kind of thinking, and this is not going to come out properly, but we are going to be advertising this YouTube video, and I'll let you know if any leads come in.
Okay.
And Tess, you can create a custom card in YouTube to send people to Tom's YouTube channel.
Okay.
So you can actually copy Tom's YouTube channel and create a card, a YouTube card, and it'll say, special thanks to Tom Sinclair, check out his YouTube channel.
Sounds good.
And we can do that as well.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Tom. It was so much fun. I feel like I wasn't able to have as much fun as I could just because I was like pushing all the buttons and everything and
Yeah.
worrying a little too much.
I had a lot of fun.
I had a
It's
lot
like
of fun.
But
very
it was fun.
a nice flow.
You guys had a lot of
Just
fun.
hang out. Yeah.
I had fun. I'll have fun tonight. I'll crack a beer and I'll just watch the whole thing.
Oh, I can't
usually
stand to
what I'll
watch
do.
my
Yeah.
shows later. It drives me
Really?
nuts to watch it. Yeah, I'm going, oh my God, I can't
You
believe
Why
I
do you
said that.
cringe?
though.
Oh, I said 47 times. Oh my God. Oh.
I do that too if I watch it over again. It's normally like, ew, why did I wear that lipstick? Or why is my hair like that? Or
I know,
whatever.
I know. I hate my lipstick. Every time I wear this lipstick, I look silly.
It's a perfect nude shade.
Oh, that was the
that's
other thing
right.
I was going to tell you, Tom. So the problem with us at NAB is we have to work our booths. And one of the things that I've been coming into contact with a lot of people are asking me questions about setting up studios that I don't have the answers to. And they're asking, well, don't you have cool new product? People with unlimited budgets are contacting us. And they're like, I'll spend $100,000. I want, anything and everything. And I'm like, I know about the cameras. I know about the joysticks. I know about the software. I can send you to Tom for a custom PC. But,
Right.
there's more stuff out there that we don't use or know about. And I'm trying, I think if I could just get a day at NAB to just walk around and bring back all of the brochures from all of these companies, I'd be so much better off.
You can. You're the talent.
But we can't.
You're the face of
I
PTZ
know, I
Optics.
can't leave the booth.
That's
You
right.
are.
I can't leave the booth.
People
Oh, but
come
if-
expecting to see you.
I know.
Are you going to sign autographs? Tom, I bet you will.
I think Paul should. In fact, Paul, you should probably get some 8x10 glossies of you in advance so that you can sign them for people. And you'll need a
There are
Sharpie.
people, I'm sure, that would be interested in both of your autographs.
Well, it would be nice because we get to say, we're not going to be here forever. You got to get your autographs now.
Once
No,
we
but-
blow up, I mean,
But
everything.
I
You're gonna
am
get-
lucky
right,
because
that's right.
Matt Davis is coming to NAB and he is going to walk the show and he is going to come back with all of the brochures. And he actually does an amazing job. So every year he goes out, he looks at everything, and then when we come back, he has a presentation and he's like, look at this one, not that one, look at this one. And it is really nice.
You guys are lucky to
You
have
can't
Matt
be in two
Davis,
places at
period.
once.
That guy's amazing.
He's a super genius.
Yes.
Super genius.
Yeah.
You have
Seriously.
2 men waiting for you in the border. Oh my God. I've got to go.
We're done.
I got to go, Tom. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
I'll
Loved
email
it.
you about next 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Do
there.
a test with do a show
I'm
with
there.
Tess. That'll be really fun.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Be good, guys. So long. All right, that's it. We're done. So, yeah, the NJ Pool player is saying 8x10s of Tess might cut over, but not Paul or Tom. Oh, golly. Thank you for tuning in. If you're still watching us on the Eastern Shore page, let me go over to... there we go. We'll go to that one. And let's see. Looks like 16 folks in chat. I don't know if all of you guys are still there. Thank you for tuning in. It was sort of just an impromptu Friday afternoon thing. Of course, we'll be live again next Wednesday when Byron Lindsay will be the guest. Byron's the one that designed all the cool frames. Let's see if I can show you one. I don't know that it'll look right. Yeah, well, this is the frame without the guest and without the without the content in it. But anyway, that was oh, there we go, a little merge function there. So that'll be next Wednesday, and then of course we'll be in Helping Tess 2 weeks from today. It looks like. Oh, Mike's still there, and Ken's there, and SU Fan was there. Yeah, wasn't that fun? That was a lot of fun. It's neat to kind of get to the, what do you call it, cross pollination. Richard said vMix needs to integrate with a teleprompter. Well, Richard, I would agree with that, except that I noticed that I do better when I watch my videos after the fact, which, as I just said, I hate to do. I do better when I'm making eye contact with the camera because I look like I'm looking, when I watch myself, I look like I'm looking at me. And when I'm looking at vMix, here I'm now eyeballing the output. Here I'm looking at the chat room. Here I'm looking at the mixer, the audio mixer. When I look at all those things, even if I cut my eyes that direction, if that's where the words were, it wouldn't work. What I want to do is, I want to do probably what you're talking about, is I want to set up a monitor right behind the camera that's got the chat room in it, so that I can watch the chat room and reply to the chat room without having to take my eyes off of you to do that. And I guess maybe well, we'll see. We'll see. If you've got some more thoughts on that, lay them out to me in an email. I'd love to hear more of what you're talking about on that. Let's see. Andres, thank you. Paul and Tess are gone, but thanks for tuning into this. Ken, I wonder how we get the goodies from PTZ Optics live sets. I think I can help you with that. Let's see. There were some links that they posted in their chat room that, what is this? That's not it. Hang on, bear with me just a second. There we go. Copy link address. This is, okay, yeah, it looks like Tommy and Andrew already got them. Thank you. Is this the same one here? Yep, same one. That's the Dropbox to the, I think to the virtual sets, and then the other one that Andres just posted is the one to the smiley face balloons. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's see. They posted the link in chat. NJ Pool Player Tom, very informative. Is there a phone number I could call, or should I email? Phone call would be much quicker to get my idea across. I'm going to be tied up for a bit here. I've got somebody waiting to see me and a call I need to return. So if you wouldn't mind, shoot me an email, Tom at easternshorebroadcasting.com, easternshorebroadcasting.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Let's see, what else? Well, thank you guys for popping in today, and kind of a little impromptu, as it were. And we will have another go at the Streaming Idiot show next week. And if you haven't already, download and try out vMix 19 with vMix call in it. vMix 19.0.0.37 is the new version. So more on that. Mike L., what is done with vMix and song lyrics for churches? Mike L., are we talking about copyright stuff, or are we talking about bringing the lyrics into vMix? You can use NDI if you've got a separate PC like a Mac or a Mac Mini or something like that you're using with Pro Presenter to project the words. You can take that and bring that into your vMix production. You know who's done a lot with that is Seth Haberman. Seth was on the show, I guess, 3 weeks ago, and we talked about that. Tom at easternshorebroadcasting.com. That is the email, yes. But Mike, if you can give me some more specifics, maybe we can make a show about it. Thank you, Jerome. Jerome, I look forward to meeting you at, weren't you going to be at NAB? I look forward to meeting you out there. We're trying to, Scott Whitney is volunteered. Scott lives in Las Vegas, and he has volunteered his studio for an after-hours meetup. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an email or drop a note in chat or something like that. Drop a note on Facebook. Go to the Facebook page. That's the place. Facebook.com/groups/streaming-idiots. And we'll all kind of get things worked out there. I think it's going to be either like Tuesday or Wednesday after the NAB show closes. We'll have a little reception out there at Scott's place. We'll have lemonade and mixed nuts, of course. All right. Ken says those links are not working for me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's paul.richards@ptzoptics.com. But apparently he's got people waiting in the front room for him. And I've got Rooney waiting for me. All right, Jerome is working on being there. Good, good. That'll be fun. And you know, vMix will be a great booth to visit, but there'll be a ton of other great stuff to see too. Plus some new. I think Bird Dog is going to be there with their NDI camera attachment, so that's going to be very interesting to see. In fact, I'm hoping they'll be able to loan one to us at the vMix booth. So, sayonara. Y'all have a great afternoon. We'll see you next week on Streaming Idiots, and let's close it out the right way, shall we? See you later.